The dodo is often remembered as a foolish, clumsy bird doomed by its own ineptitude. For centuries, it's been the poster child for extinction, mocked in stories and cartoons as a symbol of nature's mistakes. But this image is misleading. The dodo was perfectly adapted to its home on Mauritius, a remote island paradise with no natural predators to threaten it. In this safe environment, the dodo evolved to be flightless, relying on its sturdy legs to move through the dense undergrowth. Its inability to fly wasn't a flaw, it simply didn't need to escape danger. The dodo's size and shape made it an expert forager, thriving on fallen fruit, seeds, and nuts that littered the forest floor. Its beak was strong and perfectly suited for its diet. It was a unique member of the pigeon family, shaped by millions of years of peaceful evolution. The dodo lived in harmony with its environment, facing little competition and no real threats. The real tragedy isn't that the dodo was ill-equipped for life, but that it was perfectly suited for a world that vanished overnight when humans and new animals arrived. The dodo's story is one of innocence, not stupidity, a specialist in peace, undone by sudden change. Its fate reminds us how quickly a thriving species can disappear when its world is disrupted. Mauritius was a true paradise, a remote island isolated in the Indian Ocean for millions of years, where life flourished in complete safety and harmony. Here, evolution took its own unique path, untouched by the outside world, and the creatures that called this place home knew nothing of fear. The dodo, perhaps the island's most iconic and mysterious resident, lived a simple and peaceful life, wandering the ancient forests, feasting on fallen fruit, and playing a crucial role in helping trees like the tambalacoke to reproduce, shaping the ecosystem with every step. With no natural predators to threaten them, dodos laid a single precious egg directly on the soft forest floor, investing all their care and attention into raising each chick, ensuring the next generation would thrive. This slow, steady rhythm of life was possible only in a world where danger simply didn't exist, allowing the dodo and its neighbors to live in a state of gentle peace. The dodo's large, sturdy body helped it survive the leaner seasons when food was scarce, while its small, underdeveloped wings were a clever adaptation, saving energy in a land where flight was unnecessary. Every trait, every behavior was perfectly tuned to Mauritius's gentle, balanced ecosystem, where plants and animals lived in harmony, each playing their part in the island's story. But this innocence, this deep trust in their world, would one day become the dodo's greatest vulnerability, leaving them unprepared for what was to come. The dodo was a masterpiece of evolution, perfectly adapted to its paradise, until the arrival of new forces changed its world forever. Everything changed in 1598, when Dutch sailors landed on Mauritius. The dodo, unafraid of humans, was easy prey for hungry sailors. But hunting was only part of the problem. The real devastation came from animals brought by humans: dogs, pigs, and especially rats. Pigs destroyed nests and ate eggs. Dogs hunted adults. Rats devoured the single precious egg before it could hatch. The dodo's trust, once its strength, became its downfall. Invasive species turned paradise into a battlefield. The dodo, unprepared for this onslaught, faced extinction. The dodo's extinction was shockingly fast, unfolding with a speed that few could have imagined. Once abundant on the island of Mauritius, these flightless birds vanished from the wild in what felt like the blink of an eye. Within just a few decades of human arrival, relentless hunting, rapid habitat loss, and the introduction of invasive species like pigs, rats, and dogs wiped them out completely. The delicate balance of their world was shattered almost overnight. The last confirmed sighting was in 1662, soon after the dodo vanished forever from its island home, leaving only silence where their calls once echoed. For a time, people doubted it had ever existed at all, dismissing the dodo as a myth or sailor's tale until evidence proved otherwise. The dodo's fate is a stark reminder: extinction can be sudden, absolute, and irreversible, leaving behind only questions and regret. Island ecosystems are incredibly fragile. One wave of change, one careless act, can erase millions of years of unique evolution in a matter of moments. The dodo didn't simply fade away, it was extinguished by forces it could never have anticipated or adapted to, caught off guard by a world transformed. Its story is a timeline of ecological collapse, a warning echoing through history about the consequences of unchecked human impact. The world lost a unique creature before truly understanding it, a loss that still haunts our collective memory and shapes our sense of responsibility today. The dodo's story is now a symbol of conservation. Its extinction forced humanity to confront the consequences of its actions. The dodo wasn't dumb, it was perfectly adapted to a world we changed overnight. Today, many species face similar threats: climate change, habitat loss, and invasive species. The lesson is clear: saving a species means protecting its entire world. The dodo's memory inspires conservationists to fight for endangered animals everywhere. We have the knowledge to do better, to protect the diversity of life before more creatures fade into silence. The echo of the dodo urges us to be better stewards of our planet.